Hello everyone, Ken Hertz here. This is the joy of mixing. I switched it up on you a little bit this episode. I'm up here in the top corner looking down. I wanted to make sure that you guys could see the fader moves and all that stuff. So, just got out of the way. Today we are going to be taking a look at the electric guitars. We have quite a few electric guitars in this song, so we will break it down step by step, take you right through it. Before I do that, though, let me introduce to you the star of this episode. This is the good old um, Epiphone's version of the Les Paul. Was used to record pretty much every electric guitar track here. And I'm not quite sure how this compares. This guitar compares to an actual Les Paul. To a Gibson Les Paul. I've never compared the two. If you have compared Epiphone and Gibson, let us know in the comments. What do you think? What are the major differences between the Epiphone and the Gibson? I'd love to know. Okay, let's get started here. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna solo out the electric guitar lead left and electric guitar lead right. Okay, so what do we have going on here? Well, what I did was I grabbed our good friend, the Waves REQ, and all we're really doing here is just taking out the low end, taking out 90 hertz and below. Doing that for the left. And let me go ahead and bring that on in here. And we did the same thing on the right, so I will go ahead and bring that one on in. And so we just took out a little bit of low end, left and right channel. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come down here. We're going to come down here and we're going to go to our main output. And we're going to send that right over here to this electric guitar bus. So electric guitar bus, take our right channel, send that over to electric guitar bus. And so now they are coming out and going into this electric guitar bus here. So what we did here was I have Jack Joseph Puig's guitar plug-in here. If you have never tried this plug-in, I would say try it. I love the Jack Joseph Puig stuff. I'm just a fan. I'll let you listen here as to why I like this plug-in, but definitely check out JJP stuff if you haven't already, or if you're considering, should I get it or not. I do recommend it. Let's go ahead and we'll listen with just the JJP being applied right now. Yeah, when I swap in and out, I think this plugin we're not even really hitting this plugin very hard, but I like that it's kind of bringing up the mid range a little bit. Just kind of makes these guitars stand out more. Just adds just a little more life to them. When I take the plugin out, I just kind of feel like, man, what happened? There's just something's missing. So we're not even really hitting this plugin hard, but I do really like what JJP has, and I do recommend it. Now, next up, we have the R compressor, which is just kind of taming the transients a little bit. I'm going to go ahead, let's bring in this plugin, and let's give it a listen. Yeah, so pretty subtle stuff. I mean, we only have the our compressor here at a ratio of 1.19, so really not doing a whole lot. And the reason why these plugins, I haven't really pushed these plugins and they're not really doing a whole lot, is because this song is kind of a singer songwriter, you know, kind of folky sort of song. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Counting Crows, maybe like a August and Everything After kind of sound. Just so I'm not really pushing these plugins very hard, just because I didn't want a whole lot of distortion in these plugins or a whole lot of coloration. So I like what's happening here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, well, yeah, let's take a look at guitar rakes. So let's come over. I'm just going to move off screen here for a second. Okay, so the only thing I felt that the rakes needed, since they're not a real major player in this song, they're kind of there just to emphasize, the chord changes and such. So what I did here was just took off the low end, just 96 hertz. Um, just took off 96 and below, not even really a dramatic cut, just to kind of get it out of the way. And that was it. Let's go ahead. I'll throw this plug in on. And you're not really going to hear a whole lot of difference, but just to give you an idea, let me solo it out, play it again, and we'll swap the plug-in off and on. So not a huge difference there. Kind of switching it up today. I didn't go for the Pro Q3. Just wanted to switch it up, use a different plugin, show you that you can use different plugins to get the same results. Okay, let me hold off the solo guitar until we'll save that one for later. We'll come back to that. Let's go over here to the chorus guitar left and chorus guitar right. Let me set these up here real quick. Yeah, so mid-rangey, and what did we do here EQ-wise? Sort of the same deal. Just cut out the lows. I shouldn't say cut out the lows. That's not really correct. I'm just rolling off the lows. It's not really removing them totally. Just trying to keep these low lows out of the way so that the low end in the kick and the low end in the bass, these things can really shine through. So let's bring up our right channel here. And again, we are in the chorus here. So I went and fully panned left and right my chorus guitars because I wanted that nice, kind of widespread. So that's why they're panned hard left and right. Let's come down here now and we will, because I have this chorus guitar bus set up over here. So let's go in, and those two guys now are pretty much coming out, going right into the chorus guitar bus. And on the chorus guitar bus, we have, that's right, we have our good friend, Mr. Jack Joseph Puig's plug-in again. I think it's the same setting. We're on clean. I didn't go too crazy with this one. Let's bring him in and let you have a listen. Yeah, I really like what this is doing to the mid-range. Like again, you turn it off and it's kind of like, oh man, what happened? It kind of just like, like lost its mojo. I don't know. So throwing it back in just really kind of gives it some mid-range, gives it some life. I really like it. Really like JJP stuff. So we have that going on our chorus guitar bus. And that is it. That's all we're doing there. Let's come over to Juicy Clean Rake 2. So Juicy Clean Rake 2, this was, I think I used the Fender amp, which is back here for this, and I think the setting was Juicy Clean. It's not, it's not some kind of weird like new wave kind of thing I'm doing here. It's just the name of the setting I was on. So let's go ahead and pull this up. Here's our friend, good old Pro Q3. And all right, let's give it a listen without, again, not doing much, just taking out low end. That's all I'm really doing here. And this rake here is again just to kind of emphasize the chords in the chorus. So that's, there's not a whole lot really that needs to be done here other than just creating that space for our low end. That's all we wanted to do here. So let's give it a listen. Yeah, so not much. Just scooping out a little bit of low. That's all we're really doing there. And so that's our Juicy Rake Clean. I'm going to go ahead, or Juicy Clean Rake. I'm going to go ahead and just bring that on down. And let's go back. We have this chorus ditty here. Let me set us up with that. Looks like we just did some low passing there as well. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this plugin on, and we will play this. Yeah, so pretty subtle stuff. Again, not doing a whole lot with this plugin, just scooping out a little bit. So that would be chorus ditty. We have this ambience plugin. Now this ambience plugin, let's go ahead and see what's happening here. So that takes us to our solo. So we have two solos going on here. We have a Juicy Clean solo and a solo guitar. So let's go ahead and just listen to these two. And I think, well, I know what I was going for here was just a certain sound. I went with two guitars here to try to get a certain sound. So you know what, let's go ahead and throw on, because we're just doing some high passing. So just a little high passing here. And what I'll do is I'll solo them out, and I'll adjust the faders, and you'll be able to hear the difference between these two tones. And I was going for a certain sound. So let me solo them and let you hear this. So we're picking up from the solo guitar, we're getting some of that low end, sort of low mid-range sound, and then from this juicy clean, it seems to be like a more articulate, sort of high-end sound. And then when you combine the two together, you kind of get, the best of both worlds. You get some nice low end, but you also get some articulate high end. So blending the two together really worked out nicely. Especially, I like it in this song. I wouldn't necessarily always do this. This was just kind of a sound I was going for, and so that's why you're seeing it here. So let's go, because what we did was we came out of these two tracks and went into our solo bus. And yes, that's so we have control now, or we have control of these two tracks with just our bus track. And then on the bus, what we did was we added our good old pal, the 1176. So let's go ahead, and it's not engaged right now. I'm going to play it, and then we will swap it in and out and let you hear this. So yeah, just catching some transients there. Nothing crazy. We're at a 4-to-1 ratio, fast attack, fast release, and yeah. So we're not really doing much there except just kind of taming the transients. And I believe that is it for the electric guitars. Those are the main the main elements of the electric guitar is what we did here. There is this solo ditty here. Let's just take a listen to this solo ditty just to see what's going on here. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop this in the track. It's going to be sitting pretty low, like it's going to be sitting pretty far back in the mix. So I don't think I'm going to do anything as far as inserts goes, just to kind of find its balance. Let me just hit play and sort of, give it its place in the mix. Yeah, so nothing really too fancy going on here. Just kind of in the background, just kind of fill things out a little bit. That's really all that's happening with solo ditty here. And that is it. That is the electric guitars. So we have mixed the drums, we've mixed the bass, we've mixed the acoustic guitars. We've now taken care of the electric guitars. So next episode, we will hit the vocal. I will show you the little vocal trick that I use, and that will be on the next episode. So if you like this episode, go ahead, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, guys, and until I see you next time, happy mixing. See you later.